Hello, hello. It's Tiffany, your orgasm guru and chief sexinista. Have just getting back from Cabo. Let me know where the last place you went on vacation was. I had a lovely time. It was a retreat that I was attending instead of presenting. I was the attendee. Got to meet lots of cool people and get to know some people that I hang out with in my coaching program quite more intimately. Not that way intimately, but just, networking and connecting. That's my favorite thing about conferences. So right before I left, I watched Good Luck, Leo Grand, which is the new movie on Hulu, but with Emma Thompson. And I wanted to share some wisdom from that movie. That's just so great to see her portray a woman that is like a lot of women out there. It may be you, it might be your friend, it might be your mom. So make sure that you save this video, tag your friends and those that need to hear this, because it is very common, more common than we want to admit, that women aren't satisfied in their relationships, and many women have never had an orgasm. So, fun fact about Emma Thompson's character is that she was a religious education teacher, and before I started my company, Entice Me, I almost went back to school to get my degree and master's in religious education because I'm fascinated by world religions. So instead, I'm here making it a sexier world for you. Again, make sure that you tag your friends and family who need to hear this video today and need to hear this message. So in the movie, again, we're talking about Good Luck, Leo Grand. Emma Thompson's character, Nancy, faked it her entire marriage, 31 years. She had never had an orgasm by herself or with her husband. He was the only man she had ever been with. And he told her, the husband, told her that oral sex was demeaning, and both to receive it and to give it. So she had never experienced any kind of oral sex. It's a shame. So some things that she wanted in the movie, which I think so many women really want and don't know how to convey it or feel bad or guilty for wanting it, is that you want to be desired, you want to be ravaged. And there's a scene in the movie where she's just chatting away, blah, 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 talking, trying to avoid having sex, even though she's hired this young man. And he just leans over and passionately kisses her, and you can just feel her body relax. And it looked like she probably had never been kissed like that in her life. And she said that she really wants to experience new things and try some different positions. In a minute, I'm going to tell you about how she described her sex life. So stick around for that, because I think it is like many of you might be experiencing, or you have decided that you're not putting up with that anymore and you're getting a divorce or have gone through the gray divorce. So the other thing that she said, she wanted to come alive in the moment. And she said, yes, she was getting approached by men after her husband passed away, but they were all old guys. And she wanted a young man and a young body. And I will tell you, I just turned 49 this week, and young men love all of this. So I want to tell you a little bit about what she said her sex life was like. She said that her husband would get into bed and not put any pajamas on, so he'd be naked. She'd get in bed in her nightgown, and he would rub her shoulders a little bit, rub her breasts a little bit, and get on top of her, do the deed, do the little pretty much is how she explained it. Kissed her on the cheek, rolled over, put his pajamas on, and went to sleep. Every time they had sex for 31 years. She went through the process of discovering herself in this movie, and she, I think, is, many of you look at sex this way, that it's just a check mark, checking off a box, a little tick mark to get on with it, that it's just checking something off. And the list, and you go and you have a plan, and she is, like I said, a teacher, and she says, you know, that's the one thing that holds her together is her list and her checklist, and she's goal driven, and she just wants to achieve those goals and check those off. However, Leo Grand, her partner, says that sex doesn't have to be like this, and I think it is so perfect. That intimacy is a dance, that it's moving along and feeling each other's bodies, that it's not a step by step, that yes, you can have things that you want to try and are maybe something that you want and you desire, and you can talk about that with your partner, but being in the moment and feeling those touches and the desires and the heat and each other's skin and where your bodies come together, that is what's so gorgeous about intimacy and sexual experiences, is that you can just go with the flow and have fun. It doesn't have to be so serious. You can try something and it might not work out. You can try something and it might be glorious. It can work one time and maybe not the next. So have fun with it. I will never forget my young lover. So we were together probably 3 years ago. He did just recently come back in the picture. He licked my leg, and I just kind of cracked up because that was just kind of funny. But you know, who knows where he saw it, but it was funny in the moment. He says some funny things sometimes, and we just laugh about it. And we were even talking about it the other night on text that, you know, do you remember when you said this? And it was pretty funny. But sex doesn't have to be a checklist. It doesn't have to be something that you tick off your daily to-do list, that it should be something that you want and you desire. And so starting with learning about your body and touching yourself will really help you come in contact with what turns you on, and learning about yourself and learning about your body. So if you've never orgasmed or you rarely orgasm and you'd like to connect with me more, please send me a message. I've got the orgasm experience coming up in the next couple of months. We have an extended payment plan. I'm happy to tell you all about that. Just send me a message with like the water emoji, because in this course I do teach you how to squirt and ejaculate as well. That was you stayed for that. You get the tip. Take the class and send me a message. Little squirties. And if you're watching in the replay, make sure you tell me where you went on vacation last. I'm gonna sit here and smell my peonies. They're so beautiful. I love peonies. They're my favorite flower. I always had them in our yard at home in Idaho. I don't see them here in California very often, except for at Trader Joe's. So have a good night. Bye-bye.